Good afternoon, and thank you for giving us the opportunity to respond with some feedback about the mobile library service. This is as far as the village of Alvingham is concerned. Mind you, when I say Alvingham, I really mean the Alvingham Luncheon Club, because they are the prime users of the service. Now, you should be aware that the Alvingham Luncheon Club is not an extremist organisation, unless, of course, you consider with an average age of 75 that to be pretty extreme anyway. But we did in fact have His Worship the Mayor of Louth visitors last month to help celebrate the 105th birthday of one of our members. When His Worship asked the lady what was the secret of her longevity, she immediately shot back with the reply, having a 2-week mobile library service rather than a 4. You should also be aware that in the last year we have thrice altered our date and times to accommodate the changing times of the mobile library service. Now, to most folk that isn't an issue at all, but when you have to start rearranging your carer and your hospital appointment, which for some reason always seems to be on a Tuesday at Lincoln, and then clash with the village hall wanting to hire out to other hirers, it becomes quite an irritation, particularly as it's happened 3 times, as I say. Mind you, we now do have the latest timetable, and I just wish we had the confidence that this will last for the period of time that it says. However, the major issue for us is the change in rota from 2 weeks to 4 weeks of this service. If you have not already seen, I will pass around the petition which was signed by 33 members of our luncheon club. I hasten to say not all are bookworms, but all have been affected by this change. That's quite, it's had the full support of the parish council, and I trust it will get your support as well. It doesn't take a genius to work out that if you halve the frequency of the library visits, then inevitably you double the number of books taken out. By doing that, you actually have far less choice of books to be available. Not just the fact that there's far less choice, but you also, of course, double the weight and the volume of the books that are taken out. And that's currently running at about 5 to 6 kilos per person. Doesn't seem much really, half a dozen bags of sugar. When you actually look at the volume, and here we have it, I don't think it's much fun bringing that lot to and from the mobile library service, particularly with a walking aid frame or stick. So that presents us with somewhat of a problem. But it's compounded really by the pressure of time and space, because, well, we all know there's not that much space in the mobile library to start with. But when it was a fortnightly visit, we had 30 minutes. It's now a monthly or 4-weekly service, and it's still only 30 minutes. I put it to you, with these 10 books to check in and check out, by the time you've actually got yourself into the mobile library, you're probably looking at an average of 2 minutes a book to select. Now, I put it to you, councillors, when you go to the library, how long do you estimate it takes you to select just the 1 or 2 books that you want? We now have a situation where people are in such a hurry that they're picking up books at random and often find they're duplicates of those they've had in a couple of visits ago. And I'd like at this juncture to just mention, and I hope there won't be any recriminations, the courteous and pleasant staff who actually drive the bus, or mobile library I should say. They are becoming, I suspect, quite demoralised with themselves not knowing what the schedules are until the last minute, what bus or service is actually going to be available, and of course they're not all in the same order on each and every vehicle. But to cap it all, in that 30 minutes they now have to check in and out 60 books. That's aside from operating the stair lift and helping us, some of the folk, a bit like the Marilyn Monroe lyric of not being able to straighten up when they bend. It's quite a demoralising time for the staff. So all in all, I think as far as Alvingham is concerned, we have a situation where A, we have a library service now that is really not fit for purpose. B, we feel that it will not get the support that it needs in the longer term if the terms and conditions stay as they are. And C, I guess it's almost job done, because if it doesn't get the support, then it will be a good target for closure. So we're in a position now, councillors, where we're urging you, along with the parish council of Alvingham, to help us have some dialogue with the library service, some real consultation as well as communication, so that we can ensure that as council taxpayers we get the sort of service that we believe we deserve. Thank you very much for your time and consideration. Thank you.